Dear students, coming to the objective part of the biological classification, that is volume 3. Here the first question is, state whether the statements are true or false. Here the first statement is, bacteria shows both autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Second, some of the bacteria are autotrophic. They may be photosynthetic, autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. Third statement, heterotrophic nutrition involves the obtaining of ready-made organic nutrients from outside sources. So these are the three statements they have given. Here the first option, statement 1 and statement 2 are true. Second option, first statement is true, second and third statements are false. Third option, first, second and third statements are true. Fourth option, only statement 1 is true. So here the first statement is, bacteria shows both autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. So you know that bacteria are both autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic means they can prepare their own food material. Heterotrophic means they depend on other organisms for their food material. So cyanobacteria is the best example for the autotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria, different types of heterotrophic bacteria which causes diseases. So here the both bacteria, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic, they can exhibit both autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. So first statement is true. Coming to the second statement, some of the bacteria are autotrophic. They may be photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. Yes, that is also true. Next, third one, heterotrophic nutrition involves the obtaining of ready-made organic nutrients from outside sources. Yes, they can prepare the food from organic nutrients. So both all the three statements are true here. So for the first question, third option is right. So statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 are correct. Coming to the second question, fungi show sexual reproduction by all of the following processes except first option oospores, second option ascospores, third option basidiospores, and fourth option zoospores. Here we discussed that you can find there are different types of sexual spores that you can find in case of fungi, that is zygospores, ascospores, basidiospores, and oospores. All the four different types of spores are sexual spores. Even asexual spores are of four types. They are zoospores, aplanospores, sporangiospores, and conidiospores. So fungi show sexual reproduction by all of the following processes. That is, they can reproduce by oospores, ascospores, basidiospores, but not zoospores. Zoospores are asexual spores. Oospores, ascospores, basidiospores are sexual spores. Here the right option is fourth one, zoospores. Zoospores are asexual spores. They are not the sexual spores. But zygospores are sexual spores. Zoospores are asexual spores. So for the second question, the correct option is fourth one. Now coming to the third question, citrus canker is option 1, viral disease, option 2, bacterial disease, option 3, fungal disease, option 4, protozoan disease. So citrus canker is the bacterial disease. It is not the viral, fungal or protozoan. So citrus canker is the bacterial disease. Citrus canker is usually caused by Xanthomonas citri. Is the bacterial name Xanthomonas citri or Xanthomonas axonopodis. So citrus canker is a bacterial disease. So third question, second option is right. Now coming to the fourth question, which of the following is red dinoflagellate? First option Euglena, second option diatoms, third option Gonilax, fourth option Plasmodium. So which of the following is a red dinoflagellate? So Gonilax is the red dinoflagellate. We know that they can show bioluminescence. So some of the dinoflagellates show bioluminescence. Example, Noctiluca. So Noctiluca is the dinoflagellate which can show bioluminescence. Gonilax is the red dinoflagellate. So the red color of the Red Sea is mainly due to Gonilax. So I mean here red tides. So red tides that you can see in the Mediterranean Sea mainly due to Gonilax. So here the Euglena is belongs to kingdom Protista. All four belongs to the kingdom Protista only. Euglena belongs to euglenoids, Diatom belongs to chrysophytes, Plasmodium belongs to protozoans. Here only Gonilax is the dinoflagellate. So here the right answer is dinoflagellate. Now coming to the fifth question. Which of the following is the correct sequence of 3 steps in the sexual cycle of fungi? Here the first option, mitosis. It is fusion of 2 nuclei which leads to meiosis. Next, meiosis leads to fusion of 2 nuclei, then fusion of protoplasm. Third option, fusion of 2 nuclei, then meiosis takes place. Next, fusion of protoplasm. Fourth option, fusion of protoplasm takes place first. Next, fusion of 2 nuclei and then meiosis. So, have studied that fungi shows different types of sexual reproduction. So here what happens, first plasmogamy takes place, which is followed by karyogamy and then meiosis. Here the plasmogamy is nothing but fusion of protoplasm, that is the first step, plasmogamy. Karyogamy means fusion of 2 nuclei is called karyogamy here. So next meiosis takes place. So fusion of protoplasm takes place first, next fusion of nuclei takes place, next meiosis takes place. So here the correct option for the fifth question is fourth option. So first plasmogamy takes place, that is fusion of protoplasm. Next karyogamy takes place, that is fusion of 2 nuclei. Next meiosis takes place. Next, sixth question. Specialized cells called heterocysts are present in option 1 dinoflagellates, option 2 chrysophytes, option C archaebacteria, option D cyanobacteria. So we have studied that cyanobacteria contains the specialized cells called heterocyst. The main function of the heterocyst is nitrogen fixation. So the nitrogen fixation takes place in the heterocyst. There are large cells that you can find in case of blue-green algae called heterocysts. The main function is nitrogen fixation, heterocyst function. So here the correct option is fourth one, cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria also called blue-green algae. They contain specialized cells, large cells called heterocysts. Next, seventh question. Which of the following is a flagellated protozoan? First option amoeba, second option entamoeba, third option plasmodium, fourth option trypanosoma. So here the 4 belongs to the protozoans only. You know that the protozoans are mainly classified into 4 groups. They are amoeboid protozoans, ciliated protozoans, flagellated protozoans and sporozoans. Here flagellated protozoan best example is the trypanosoma brucei, which causes sleeping sickness. We already studied. So here the flagellated protozoan is the trypanosoma. Plasmodium belongs to the sporozoan. Amoeba and entamoeba belongs to the amoeboid protozoans. Next, 8th question. Mycorrhiza are mutualistic and have symbiotic associations between option 1 fungi and vascular plants, option 2 fungi and non-vascular plants, option 3 fungi and roots of higher plants, option 4 fungi and bryophytes. So mycorrhiza is nothing but it is the symbiotic association between the fungi and the roots of the higher plants. Here the higher plants can prepare the food material with the help of sunlight and can transport that food to the fungi. In turn, the fungi can absorb the phosphorus and minerals from the soil and transport it back to the plants. So there is a symbiotic association that exists between the fungi and the roots of the higher plants. So here the correct option is fungi and the roots of higher plants. Next, 9th question. Asexual reproduction takes place by conidia formation. First option Aspergillus, second option Penicillium, third option Coletotrichum, fourth option all of the above. So asexual reproduction takes place by conidiospores in all the three, that is Aspergillus, Penicillium and Coletotrichum. So here the correct option is fourth, all of the above. Here Aspergillus and Penicillium belongs to the group Ascomycetes and the Coletotrichum belongs to the Deuteromycetes. So though they belong to the different groups, all the three organisms, they can reproduce asexually by conidiospores. So conidiospores are asexual spores. So here the correct option is fourth one. Now coming to the 10th question. The genome of bacteriophage can be, first option DNA only, second option RNA only, third option both DNA and RNA, fourth option either DNA or RNA. So the bacteriophage has the genetic material, that is DNA or RNA. So you please remember that the viruses contain the genetic material either DNA or RNA, but not both. So both DNA and RNA you cannot find in the viruses. So the viruses contain either DNA or RNA. Here the bacteriophage contains either DNA or RNA. So 10th question, right option is fourth one. Coming to the 11th question. Which of the following options describe the cenocytic condition in fungus? First option, uninucleate hypha without septum. Without septum means aseptate. Second option, multinucleate hypha without septum, that is multinucleate aseptate. Next, third option, multicellular hypha. Fourth option, multiciliate hypha. So we know that cenocytic condition is nothing but here karyogamy takes place, but here the cytokinesis does not take place. Karyogamy is not followed by, in cenocytic karyokinesis will take place, not karyogamy. Karyokinesis will take place. Karyokinesis means division of nucleus. Karyogamy means fusion of nuclei. So karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis. So the nuclei will be continuously, repeatedly dividing, but cytoplasm does not divide. So multinucleated condition that you can find. So the cell with multinucleated condition is called cenocytic condition, that you can find in case of Phycomycetes. So cenocytic condition that you can find in case of Phycomycetes group of fungi. And you cannot find the cross walls, that is aseptate without septum. So multinucleated hypha without septum is called cenocytic condition, that you can find in case of Phycomycetes. Next, coming to the 12th bit. In Basidiomycetes, the mycelium is branched and aseptate. First option, second option branched and septate, third option unbranched and septate, fourth option cenocytic. So in Basidiomycetes, the mycelium is branched and septate. So you just remember, except in case of Phycomycetes, in all the three groups, that is in Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes, the mycelium is branched and septate, which means they contain cross walls. The hyphae contains cross walls here. So the network of hyphae is called mycelium. So here the mycelium or hyphae is branched and septate. So 12th one, correct option second. You can find unbranched and aseptate in case of Phycomycetes. Cenocytic condition you can find in case of Phycomycetes. So here the correct option is branched and septate. Now coming to the 13th question. Dikaryotic phase or dichorion of fungi occurs in First option ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. Second option phycomycetes and ascomycetes. Third option phycomycetes and basidiomycetes. Fourth option basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes. So we already discussed that there is one characteristic feature which is similar to ascomycetes and basidiomycetes is dikaryotic phase and branched and septate. The hyphae is branched and septate in case of basidiomycetes and ascomycetes. Another similar characteristic feature of ascomycetes and basidiomycetes is dikaryotic phase. So we already discussed in dikaryotic phase 2 nuclei are present in the single cell. So dikaryotic phase of fungi occurs in both ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. So the correct option for the 13th question is 1. Next, coming to the 14th question, paramecium is. Here they have given the statements. First statement, paramecium is a ciliated protozoan. Second option, paramecium has a cavity that opens to the outside of the cell surface, right to the cell surface. Next, third option, paramecium shows water current maintained by cilia, which helps the food to be stirred into the gullet. So, which of the statement given above are correct? So, we already studied in ciliated protozoan. So, paramecium is the ciliated protozoan. So here the correct option is 4th. That is, all the 3 statements are correct. So thousands of cilia are present in the paramecium, which helps for locomotion, and paramecium has the cavity that opens to the outside of the cell surface. We already studied this also. Next, third statement, it shows water current maintained by cilia, which helps the food to be stirred into the gullet. We already studied this. So all the 3 statements belongs to the ciliated protozoan, that is paramecium. So correct option for the 14th question is 4. Next, coming to the 15th question. Which of the following group of diseases is caused by viruses? First option, mumps, smallpox, herpes virus, influenza. Second, AIDS, diabetes, herpes, tuberculosis. Third option, anthrax, cholera, tetanus, tuberculosis. Fourth option, cholera, tetanus, smallpox, influenza. So here the mumps is caused by viruses, smallpox is also caused by virus, herpes caused by virus, influenza caused by virus. So here the 15th question, first option is the right one. So AIDS, second option, AIDS caused by virus. Diabetes is not caused by the microorganism. Just remember, it is a disorder. It is not a disease. Next, herpes is caused by virus. Tuberculosis is caused by bacteria. Next, third option, anthrax, cholera, tetanus, tuberculosis. All 4 caused by bacteria. Next, fourth option, cholera, tetanus caused by bacteria, smallpox, influenza caused by viruses. So here the correct option is first one. Next, coming to the 16th question. Which of the following group is considered to be primitive relatives of animals? First option, chrysophytes. Second option, protozoans. Third option, euglenoids. Fourth option, slime moulds. So here all the 4 groups belong to the kingdom Protista. Here protozoans are considered to be the primitive relatives of animals. They do not contain cell wall. So here the correct option is 2. 16th question, correct option 2. So protozoans are the primitive relatives of animals. Coming to the 17th question. Claviceps is a member of, first option, ascomycetes. Second option, basidiomycetes. Third option, zygomycetes. Fourth option, phycomycetes. Claviceps is a member of ascomycetes. It doesn't belong to the basidiomycetes or zygomycetes or phycomycetes. Now here zygomycetes also one of the subclass of the phycomycetes, that you should remember. So ascomycetes have a multicellular mycelium. The sexual reproduction of the ascomycetes produces dikaryotic phase. So Claviceps is a member of ascomycetes. Now coming to the 18th question. Viroids have, first option, double-stranded DNA enclosed by protein coat. Second option, single-stranded DNA enclosed by protein coat. Third option, single-stranded RNA not enclosed by protein coat. Fourth option, double-stranded RNA enclosed by protein coat. So we already studied that viroids contain only genetic material. It doesn't contain the protein coat. It does not have the protein coat. And the RNA is here double-stranded RNA. 18.3, single-stranded RNA. So here the correct option is 3, single-stranded RNA. Viroids have single-stranded RNA not enclosed by protein coat. But prions are enclosed by protein coat. They do not contain the genetic material. Viroids contain the genetic material but not protein coat. Prions contain the proteinaceous nature, but they do not contain the genetic material. That is the difference between viroids and prions. Viruses contain both genetic material and protein coat. Here the correct option is viroids have single-stranded RNA not enclosed by protein coat. Next, coming to the 19th question. Commonly known as sac fungi. They have given the 5 different statements and they asked they belongs to which group of fungi. So first statement, commonly known as sac fungi. Second statement, mycelium is branched and septate. Third statement, conidiophore produces conidia exogenously in chain. Fourth option, the fructifications are edible and considered delicacious. Fifth option, Neurospora crassa is often employed in studies conducted in biochemical studies or genetic studies, experimental genetics. So the above statements are assigned to first option ascomycetes, second option phycomycetes, third option basidiomycetes, fourth option deuteromycetes. So when you see the statements here, the first statement itself describes that this statement belongs to the group ascomycetes. So ascomycetes are also called sac fungi, and the mycelium is branched and septate, and they can reproduce asexually by conidiospores which are formed exogenously. So here the 19th question, the correct answer is 19.1, ascomycetes. Next, coming to the 20th question. A non-hyphal unicellular fungi is, first option yeast, second option Puccinia, third option Stylago, fourth option Alternaria. So non-hyphal unicellular fungi. So we already studied that there is only one unicellular fungi, that is yeast. So yeast is the unicellular fungi which belongs to ascomycetes. So the biological name for the yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So the non-hyphal unicellular fungi is the yeast. So other three, Puccinia, Alternaria, Stylago, they can produce the hyphae. So you know hyphae is the long, slender, thread-like structure is called hyphae. Yeast cannot produce the hyphae. Puccinia, Alternaria, Stylago can produce the hyphae. So here correct option is yeast. So yeast is widely used in fermentation process. Next, coming to the 21st question. Yeast and penicillium are the examples of class. First option Phycomycetes, second option Ascomycetes, third option Deuteromycetes, fourth option Basidiomycetes. So 21st, Here the 21st question correct option is ascomycetes. Yeast and penicillium are ascomycetes. So yeast is unicellular fungi, penicillium is multicellular fungi. Yeast cannot produce hyphae, penicillium can produce the hyphae. Here yeast and penicillium are the examples of class ascomycetes. So yeast is widely used in fermentation process, penicillium widely used for the production of antibiotics. Next, coming to the 22nd question, difference between virus and viroid is: first option, absence of protein coat in viroid and its presence in viruses. Second option, presence of low molecular weight RNA in virus but absent in viroid. Third option, both 1 and 2. Fourth option, none of the above. Difference between virus and viroid. Here the correct option is 1, that is absence of protein coat in viroid and its presence in viruses. In your book, they have, in your objective material, the answer is printed wrong. They have given for the 22nd question the answer third they have given, but third option is wrong. Here the correct option is 1. Why? Because presence of low molecular weight RNA that you can find in case of viroids, not in the viruses. So viroids contain low molecular weight RNA. So they contain only RNA but not protein. Viruses contain both protein and RNA. So you please correct the 22nd question in your book. That is, the correct option for the 22nd is 1, not 3. In your book they have given 3. So I am giving the reason here. Difference between virus and viroid is: why the first option is right? Absence of protein coat in viroid. Yes, you know that viroid does not contain the protein coat. They contain only RNA, single stranded RNA. It does not contain the protein coat. And its presence in viruses. Yes, the protein coat is present in the viruses. Protein coat is absent in viroids. So this is about objective session. In the next session we are going to discuss the remaining bits. Thank you.